Recently, I've covered both Emboar and Swampert, and today we're going to be covering another starter Pokemon that's a little bit more on the niche end, being Serperior. Now, Serperior is definitely a lot more viable of a Pokemon than both Swampert and Emboar combined, and today we have a Stellar Tera set that should hopefully deal some really serious damage to the format. And if you enjoy and want to see more content like this, like and subscribe for more. And with that said, let's start off with the Mon of the Hour being Serperior. Now, Serperior is a great Stellar Tera option as it can take advantage of Tera Blast to boost its offenses, allowing for Serperior to actually deal real damage to opponents. And with Stellar Tera typing being a great neutral option, we're going to be able to deal great damage to really whatever my opponents want to throw at me. And Leaf Storm is such a good option to most other Pokemon that it should be fine. The goal is essentially just to boost up here as quickly as possible, and I have Pokemon that can essentially cover all of the weaknesses that Serperior might have, so I'm not really too concerned with this. Our speed is going to creep the Genies, as the Genies are kind of the only relevant speed tier to creep, so in case we're fighting any max speed Genies, we should guarantee outpaced, and with Glare, we have a nice form of speed control as well, just to be safe. And this should really just be a nice win con, especially with all the support we have. Speaking of support, our first Pokemon on the team for support is going to be none other than a Tera Grass Clefairy with Friend Guard. We have Tera Grass mostly just to try and avoid any sort of Spore shenaniganry on our support Pokemon, so then our Grass type core of Clefairy and Serperior is going to be completely fine against things like Amoonguss and Ogerpon. And overall, this should be great with Helping Hand to boost damage on Serp, especially for these early turns. Icy Wind will be a great form of speed control, since Serp is fast enough, but like without a -1 on opponents, or without things like Scary Face and Tailwind and all that. I mean, it's not the fastest Pokemon in this format, and it's definitely like an A tier speed tier at best, compared to things like Flutter Mane, Roaring Moon, Iron Bundle, even Xianpao. So the Icy Wind is going to be very helpful, and with Follow Me as well, we can draw opponents into Clefairy, which will take hits very well, at least as in a Violet user, allowing Serperior to get a really nice setup early on, and once it gets the +2 going, it's kind of fine. To help quickly boost Serperior's stats as well, we do have a Thundurus with Mental Herb. Mental Herb should help a lot with trying to fire off these supportive moves, as with Eerie Impulse, we can boost Serperior's stats by +2 special attack, and with Scary Face, we can boost the speed by +2. Meanwhile, Rain Dance is going to mostly be here to help boost our Wildbolt Storms, as well as another Pokemon later on in the video, in terms of hitting its accuracy-based moves, and this should hopefully just be a nice offensive piece, as well as a nice support Pokemon. With Thundurus, we can clear through a lot of flying types that might punish Serperior, and while there aren't a ton of them in the format, there are enough things like the Genies, especially Tornadus, to where I'm very much appreciative to have an electric type on this particular team. Despite the fact they're not typically needed, this Serperior definitely wants one, and Thundurus will be a very nice partner, as it's a really quick way to boost Serperior overall. Up next, we should probably find a Pokemon that could just be a nice wall breaker for us, so we're going to throw on a Specs Flutter Mane. Now this Flutter Mane is Moonblast, Dazzling Gleam, Shadow Ball, and Power Gem, and it proves to be a very good wall breaker. I mentioned that I wanted to try another Flutter Mane, and I'm gonna be honest, this one was not intentional. This is actually extremely accidental, as I forgot to get a new Flutter Mane for this team. For some reason, I just used a really old Flutter Mane for this one, but I think it kind of works here because we have such aggressive speed control, and also we have such really good wall breakers. Like, we have Serperior, we have Clefairy, and we have Thundurus all for speed control here. So considering how many options we have, creeping only things like Ogerpon and Tornadus is kind of fine. We're not going to lose a ton with the Boulder matchup, and we have so many good offensive pieces for Boulder and very quick ways to get past it with multiple Pokemon. I'm not that concerned. Overall, the Power Gem is going to be great for the Ogerpon Hearthflame matchup, which is another really big problem matchup for Serperior. So having it over Icy Wind is kind of fine here because, again, I have a lot of speed control already on the team. So it's one of those things where I instinctively went to a Flutter Mane that I was very comfortable with in Regulation F, but I don't actually think it was the best one. And I think this accidental showcase of the modest Flutter Mane and its wall breaking power will actually be a very nice positive here, as it's great at clearing through a lot of the dragons, which again, with the modest should hopefully be helpful for the bulkier Terra Dragon options like Goldengo. And I'm just going to kind of hope that it works out well. I think it will. I think this is going to be a nice accidental but positive change for the team. Up next, we have a Scarf Chiyu, which is going to benefit a lot with our Flutter Mane and also for just dealing really good damage next to Serperior. With Overheat, Snarl, Dark Pulse, and Heat Wave, this is a great way to clear through different grass types, and we can also damage control on opponents with Snarl, allowing them to deal even less damage to my own Serperior, despite Beats of Ruin being helpful for them. And this should hopefully help with Serperior just being able to clean through teams much more easily. We're just going to be max speed because Urshifu is such a close speed tier anyway, as well as Iron Crown. There's no reason to just go to 99, because at that point, if I'm really creeping at that, I might as well just go for the Chiyu-Tai. And with Tera Grass as well, this should be very helpful for things like Urshifu Rapid that might try and Aqua Jet me to pick me off. They will now completely fail in their tracks and instead just get Heat Wave burned, which is really good for me. The final mon on the team, I did mention we had another rain abuser, and that's going to be Landorus. I really like throwing Landorus onto teams for some reason, despite my hatred of Sandseer Storm. But in this case, it actually works out great. It's a great fire type killer, because this team didn't really have a great fire type killer before Landorus, and it's also one that can hopefully just help break through things like Archaludon. Again, another good wall for Serperior, as otherwise I'm banking on Stellar Tera Blast, which is an option to be fair, but I'd rather not have that be my ride or die into certain matchups, because otherwise without these four in particular for the backline, I would actually have a really big reliance on Stellar Tera Blast. But I have such a varied set of special attackers that will still benefit from things like Scary Face support and Eerie Impulse support and just Follow Me Clefairy support that I'm going to be kind of okay. And they'll all really lean into Chi for damage. They'll have Thundurus to help their longevity. They'll have a lot of other things. So I think the team is very well rounded, despite the fact that these aren't Pokemon you would typically just think to throw on a team together, because you typically, you know, have a physical attacker in this format. We actually have no physical offense, which is a very big rarity in Regulation F. It's a big rarity in Scarlet and Violet to have a team of 6 special attackers. Well, 5 special attackers in Clefairy, but even then, Clefairy is still not using physical moves. We have no physical moves on the team. Kind of an insane feat to do, especially on a team that I feel like is actually genuinely competent. If you want to try the team out yourselves, the rental's going to be on screen here, as well as with the paste in the description below. And with that said, let's get into today's battles. All right, we're here today with the Serperior team. So Serperior should be a pretty interesting one to use. I think we're either going to get like undefeated or winless with it today. So we'll see what happens. I think realistically this team is set up to both do really well and really terribly in the same breath. I'm curious about what's going to happen. I'm realizing now, looking at the team as well, I should have put Sunny Day over Rain Dance in my Thundurus, as it really only helps my Thunder. Well, actually, no, it's here for Lander too. Okay, never mind, I take that back. Looking at my opponent's team, Dual Genie of a healthy meta does really well. I think I might even consider opening with it. No, I don't want to open with that because it has a terrible Lander team matchup. Fuck it, we go with Thundy Serp. I think Lando was a good backliner here. Lando's a really good backliner here. And then I think I go with Chi was last mon. Because realistically, if I'm going to go for Stellar Serperior, their offensive checks are like one of the Genies going for Tera. Okidogi would be pretty good for that, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, actually, they have a lot of good checks to it. Yeah, it would have to be like half of them are Tera related, though. So I'm kind of fine with that. And I can kind of just, you know, get a Leaf Storm up and Tera Blast shit and go wild. They're gonna go with Thundy Azu. So Thundy Azu was like the one lead they could go with, and it's a dog shit Serperior matchup. And this works out very well for us, actually, because I can proceed to just go for Wildbolt and Stellar Leaf Storm. Actually, no, I don't go for Leaf Storm. Well, I don't go for Stellar yet. I'll go for Wildbolt though, and yeah, I'll go for Wildbolt and the Leaf Storm here. I don't need to Tera my Thundy just yet. It's better to save it until they clear their Thundurus away. They're going to Thunder Wave. Serperior avoids. Okay, clutch. We're going to get a nice Leaf Storm off. That Azu is going to take a lot of damage. And then I could probably just bully the Azu on the following turn. If they're Drum, I'm okay with that, because it's going to lose its ability to go for Drum, which is huge. And if they're not Drum, I'm okay with that too. We're going to get a Para. Okay. Makes up for the miss. We'll take that. And then they're going to go for Ice Spinner. Okay, Ice Spinner will do a lot. That will do a lot of damage. But it's okay, because our Serperior does tank this. Serperior still chews, and we get a nice Citrus Berry pop. That's perfect. I can just go for Wild Bolt and Protect, in all honesty, and that should be good. I will go for Protect just to avoid getting, like, I don't know, parried plus like Ice Spinnered and then losing. I could Scary Face at least to avoid the outpace, but I don't want to risk the death because I had to take that hit. They're gonna withdraw. Okay, withdrawing is very fine. I'm not too concerned with this. They're gonna probably go. No, they go into Heatran. Okay, I thought they'd go into Okidogi. I thought they'd go into Heatran, not Okidogi. My bad. I misspoke there. But I mean, it's still fine either way. They're gonna bring in Okidogi. It's gonna have to take a Wild Bolt this turn, which is huge, and I could still avoid the Para. The question is though, is can I hit my Wild Bolt this turn? That would be great. Perfect. We dual hit Wild Bolt. That's huge. Can we get a Para on Okidogi or no Para? That's fine. No Para. We reveal the item, at least on Okidogi, is recovery focused, so that's very good. Meanwhile, I can probably just go for Wild Bolt plus Stellar Tera. Stellar Tera would be pretty nice, I can't lie. However, I think preserving this is also really nice, I can't lie. What I think I might do instead is go for... So I could actually swap. I could swap. I feel confident in swapping into Lando. Lando will be very nice here. Serp will be a good cleaner instead. We'll go for a Wild Bolt yet again, because I do want to punish the Okidogi for staying in. I think if we can get rid of the Okidogi before it causes too many issues, I'm kind of okay with that. This is probably their best check to Serp, since at least I have enough checks to the other Serp checks to where I'm not concerned with it. Perfect. Yeah, the Thundurus could have been cleared by now. They're going to Thunderbolt my Thundurus. Okay, that's interesting. It's interesting more that they have Thunderbolt, frankly, but I'll take it. They'll Poison Jab meanwhile. I'm fine with that. We're just going to Earth Power their Okidogi and go for Wild Bolt. That should clear them. I'm not really too concerned with the Thundurus anymore at this point. I mean, it just kind of exists here, and that's cool. Meanwhile, the Wild Bolt plus Earth Power combination should eviscerate them. They'll probably protect Okidogi or switch out. I'm not really too concerned with whatever they do. If they have Lando T, this is where Lando T comes in, because Lando T is actually a great switch into this. But that's fine, because I'll just Scary Face it down, so at least it's Serp fodder, even if they go for Tera. They will go for Protect. Okay, perfect. This is not too concerning. We can at least take out the Thundurus, most likely with Wild Bolt, yeah. They're going to go for Eerie Impulse into my Landorus. That's a little concerning. But it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all, because Lando will still hit their team for such high damage that it's not a huge concern. Ooh, okay, that is a little concerning if they live on, like, 1 or 2. Because now they could actually go for another, and at -4, that's kind of problematic. And Okidogi is also not a Pokemon that I could just switch my Serperior in on, because it's existing right now. So, I kind of just need to take it. Alright, that's fine. I'm going to go for Earth Power here, and I'm going to go for Wild Bolt here. And I'm just going to claim my kills. I think claiming my kills here is still my best option, because the Thundurus is really, like, the best... It's technically speaking their best responsive Serp, because I could at minimum, you know, chip Okidogi down a bit more, and then I can just start wearing down their team with Eerie Impulsing into the side. They're going to go into Heatran. Heatran is a very okay Pokemon for me, so this reveals that Landorus is kind of my saving grace, which is good. They'll avoid on Heatran, it doesn't really matter. Okidogi will die at least, so I can swap out my Lando again, which is all very good. That's all very good. I probably can't bring in Serperior hard on this, to be fair, but I can definitely swap out my Lando. I can then probably, I think I just bring in, I think I brought Chiyu as my last one. I could just sack Chiyu. Whether they brought Azu, yeah, whether they bring Azu or if they bring in, yeah, I always just sack Chiyu at this point. Chiyu did its job. Chiyu did its job. It just existed. Also, honestly, just getting more damage on the Heatran because I have Chiyu on the field will actually be kind of nice. And unless Aqua Jet Azu just goes right into my Landorus, which it is a very likely play, to be fair, but unless they go for that, I mean, my Chiyu is not taking any damage this turn from real Pokemon. And even if they do make that play, Chiyu might unironically live, just because this Azu, if I had to guess, it's AV, so it's probably not going to be super offensive. They are going to go for Tera. That's probably on Heatran. Can't imagine they Tera Azu at this point. They're going to probably go for Grass. No, Fairy. Okay. So that's good to note, actually, because now this is actually in range to where I could probably pick it off with Serp. So that's actually pretty huge. They were trying to go for Aqua Jet. That's a little unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. I've missed 2 Wild Bolts now, so I'm not going to complain about... Well, I'm not going to say and feel any sympathy for them not getting hacks, or them getting hacks, I should say. So they'll Heat Wave. Heat Wave is whatever. I'm kind of hoping they just kill my Thundurus here. Perfect. Okay, Thundy goes down. Thundy did a good job. Thundy did a very good job. What I can proceed to do now, though, is I can go for a Dark Pulse into their Thundy, let that die, and then I can go for a Protect on Serperior, meanwhile, to preserve it, and then I just go for Stellar Tera, and I just lean into damage, and I win the match, because at that point, they can't beat it. I just need the Thundurus down, so I will probably just go for Dark Pulse, because it's the most accurate move I can go for, and it's the only move I can lock into that will not just start boosting Heatran damage, which is huge. So yeah, I'm just going to Dark Pulse with Thundy. If they go for Protect, that's a good play, but I can't really play my whole game around them going for Protect on that. So I'm gonna go for Protect here. And then if they try and T-Wave my Serp, good, because that's the freest play I have. Perfect. They're gonna Eerie Impulse my Serp. That's... Oh, they were trying to Eerie Impulse my Chiyu. They must have forgot Prankster mechanics. It's still okay. We're gonna kill the Thundy. And then Chiyu and Serp is gonna win me the match, because they're probably going for Heat Wave. Chiyu will not take any real damage from that. This is where we'll see that even if they hit on the last Heat Wave against my Chiyu, that it does nothing, and that this would still be a locked game because they're Life Orb Heatran. My favorite Heatran spread. The one that kills itself quicker. That's my favorite Heatran spread. We'll Stellar Tera, and we're going to go for Leaf Storm here, just because I can. Perfect. Okay, Stellar Tera Serp. We get to pop the Mon that we're building the team around. Just like with Cloth, you know, we're popping it very early, game 1. So I'm already very content with the video. I mean, we got the Mon to do the Mon stuff. And it's against Heatran too, just like my little Volcarona, my favorite Terramon. We get to make it massacre Heatran, the one thing it's supposed to wall it to all hell and back. The one reason that we were supposed to bring ground type moves, and we didn't bring ground type moves, and we still 1v1 Heatran anyway. My favorite Pokemon. Perfect. It brings back so many memories of using Volk at Toronto when I had like no ground moves on my team, and my check to Heatran was the mon that was supposed to, like, the mon I was supposed to bring ground moves for, because Heatran was giving my Volk, well, Heatran in theory should have given my Volk so many issues that everyone I prepped with was like, oh, bring ground moves on your Rillaboom, bring other ground moves. You have no ground moves on your team for Heatran, and my Volk would just 1v1 it anyway. And in this case, Serperior is doing the same fucking thing. With that said, we'll see you guys in game number 2 though. Alright, we're taking on Snow. It's a fairly interesting Snow team, but it does have screens with the Veil as well as Spathra. And Spathra could also just be a calm mindset because they do have Snow. There's a little bit of things to be concerned about, especially with the fact they are running an Ice Spam team. However, this is one of those instances where the Thundy Serp lead actually could really just go obnoxious. Actually, I should probably go with Chiyu instead. Like yeah, Chiyu Thundy. I think that can be a really good opener. I'll go with Serp in the back. And then my final mon, I kind of like Clefairy next to Serp here. I also realistically actually like all 3 of my mons. The biggest issue though is that if I get into an endgame against an offensive bundle or like an Ursaluna, I would rather just draw in those attacks into Clefairy, or at least weaken the damage if it's going to be a move like a Blizzard. So I'll do that. Fluttermane and Chiyu Fluttermane and Lando both had, well, Lando didn't have a good matchup. Lando objectively had a terrible matchup. The best I got out of it was if it went for Tera Poison, and that was about it. But Fluttermane actually had a really good matchup here as well. I just like Clefairy slightly more. I haven't gotten to show it off. I show off Fluttermane in every video. Every video is technically a Fluttermane video. So if we're going to be honest, we can let Fluttermane take a bench for a little bit. It will be back. They're going to go with Sableye Spathra, probably the last 2 Pokemon I expected to lead. But this is fine though. I can honestly just go for Wild Bolt here and Heat Wave, because both moves are very free. Sableye cannot punish my Chiyu, which is amazing. Cannot get quashed, cannot get anything. They're going for Hypnosis. A little bit scary, I can't lie, but they didn't go for Protect, so Thundurus will at least outpace, which is huge, as well as my Chiyu will outpace, which is huge. I just need to hit the Espathra. They're gonna think, oh, you know what, right, because they're making it more accurate with Gravity. So then this really works out well. They're gonna eject button the Sableye out. That's a little concerning, but it's not too bad. Thankfully though, they brought Espathra as their lead, did not click Protect, and they're just gonna let us farm. And that's so real of them. I'm so happy for this, because this just benefits me even more. They're bringing in Ursaluna. Okay, Ursaluna will take the Wild Bolt. Sure, that's whatever. I can't lie. Not the position I want to be in against an Ursaluna, but I'm kind of okay with it, because they're not, like, they've already lost their Hypnosis Pokemon. That's huge. They're also gonna have to take unnecessary damage if they're gonna seek an Ursaluna kill. That's also huge. I can definitely farm this team very confidently with Clefairy Serp endgame if this is what they're bringing. They're going to go with Bundle. Okay, Bundle is perfect for the last one. Genuinely could not have been better. My play is simple. To switch out immediately into Clefairy, and then to go for a... Yeah, so I need to switch out into Clefairy with my Thundurus spot, I think. I think it's the play. And then I need to go for a Tera Grass, and I need to go for Heat Wave. Actually, no, there's no reason to actually Tera Grass, because they're going to Facade Chiyu if they're going to attack, frankly. And then Bundle still has to hit a Hydro Pump. I'd rather force that. And again, I will probably waste a Tera if I go for it on Thundy. On a Serp. Not Serp, Chiyu. Final answer, Chiyu. Realistically, I'm still fine, actually. I can Scary Face my own Thundurus, my own Serp with Thundy, and still, still ransack them that way. They're going to probably go for EQ if I had to guess, but at least Bundle will nearly die. Bundle nearly died. That's huge. And they do Facade. Okay, perfect. So I did not waste my Tera. That is very important to note, actually. I did not waste my Tera. Okay. So this is very fine. This is extremely fine, in fact. Because what I could do now is I can go into Thundurus, and I can just go for Scary Face into the Bundle. Now, I do kind of need to go for Scary... Well, actually, I don't need to go for Scary Face. I can go for Icy Wind if I want to. Icy Wind will be fine, yeah. And then I can just go for... What do I want to do? So they have Bundle, Sableye, Ursaluna. I don't go for Tera Water, because they're going to click an Ice move if they're going to attack me. And a normal move if they're going to attack me. I'll go for Wild Bolt, just to see if I can kill the Bundle. If I can, great. If not, that's fine too. Also, if they swap, then that's great for me as well. Or I guess if they Tera, that's fine too. What are they going to Tera? They're going to Tera the Bundle. Okay, Bundle's interesting. What are they going to Tera into? Tera Ice. Ooh, okay, that's not good. I think we're still fine, in all honesty. It's going to be kind of rough. They're going to Blizzard. Okay, so they dual hit. What are the odds? Thankfully, Thundy will barely take this. Okay. What the fuck? Unfortunate. Okay. Thundurus, I'm telling you right now, you just need to thaw. Thaw and you get thumbnail. Thaw and you get thumbnail. Fucking Christ. That's so ass. That's genuinely so ass, because I won the match if it wasn't for that. Fuck. That's really annoying. Now I need to dodge bundle is the issue. Yeah, I need to dodge bundle. Fuck. Okay. So, not only do I need to dodge bundle, but I think I need to dodge it multiple times. I should have Eerie Impulse in hindsight. That's on me. But even, or not Eerie Impulse, I should have Scary Face in hindsight, but even still, honestly, I don't think it made a huge difference. Because bundle still being alive is the problem there. Alright. We're going to, well, first I'm going to go for Protect here. I always go for Protect immediately. Because I need to get ahead on these Ursaluna turns, so I can hopefully just kill it to burn. We're also kind of hoping to PP stall the bundle a bit, so that's also fine. I can hope for a Blizzard dodge here, which is also fine. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a great out here, I'm gonna be honest. I need to kill the Ursaluna. And then I need to just go for 2 attacks in a row. I need to be ready to dodge 3 Blizzards, I think, is what I need. They froze me, though. They froze me, though. This bundle should be dead. They froze me. Can I dodge 3 Blizzards? 3 Blizzards would be great. Can I do it? If they Icy Wind me, I win the match, I think. Maybe? No, their booster speed. They would need to Icy Wind me twice for me to win the match, and I don't know if I take 2 Tera Icy Winds, I'm gonna be honest. They're gonna Blizzard, they're gonna hit. Fuck. They really hit their Blizzard. Ooh. That's so ass. We'll see you guys in game number 3. This is a very free Serp game. This is an extremely free Serp game. Thundurus, you need to fucking redeem yourself. I'm disappointing you. I'm only disappointed in Thundurus right now. So, what I'm gonna do, they have, so let's see, so they have no speed control outside of maybe Icy Wind Flutter. They have no fairy check on the team outside of Tera Poison Landorus. Okay. This already feels like a very easy line. We definitely lead off with Fluttermane. Fluttermane is a very good lead here. What are their checks to Fluttermane? They probably will be trying to Tera around it. I think I go with Flutter Lando, actually, as my lead. Yeah, because even if they lead off with their Shifu, I can kind of just, no, actually I go with Flutter Thundy, I think is my lead. Because if they're going to go with instant and like fake out pressure, it's not a huge concern. Because the Mon I want to not get fake out, it can't get fake out anyway. We're going to go with Serp in the back. I think my last Mon is Landorus. I think I have to bring Landorus. I can't bring Clefairy against a team like this because they have so much potential to just eviscerate it. With Mons like Landorus or Shifu. Really the Lando or Shifu Ogrepon trio is just so obnoxious offensively. Like they have so many just hard breakers. If this was more of like a, not wall breaking heavy team, because every Mon on that team besides Incineroar can like really wall break, even for friend guard standards. So Clefairy is just not the Mon here. It would have some matchups, like there's certain teams like Psy Spam I could probably justify bringing it, but not this one. And even then, it would be only certain types of Psy Spam, like faster ones. They're gonna go for Raging Bolt or Shifu. Okay, this is perfect actually. Or Shifu single too, so this works out really well. I can proceed to just go for a Dazzling Gleam here. I'd probably go for Tera Fairy Gleam, just to avoid like Sucker Punch bullshit. Yeah, I go for Tera Fairy Gleam, and then I'm gonna go for a Wildbolt Storm, I think. Yeah, I'm not too scared of Scarf or Shifu, in all honesty. I think I just go for Wild Bolt in case it's Sash. That feels like my best play here. I'm gonna do that. I don't really need to speed control. If they end up like dodging Wild Bolt, or if they end up going for like Scarf, Poison Jab, good play on their end. But like there's only so much I could really do though. Oh right, they're single anyway, so I can't even Scary Face them. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this is always my play. Because there's no reason to weaken the Raging Bolt at this point. Raging Bolt either will completely kill me, whether I boost it, whether I drop it or not, or it just won't kill me anyway. I'm pretty sure it just can't kill either of my Mons at this point because it didn't prop Proto. So I'm kind of okay with that. But yeah, the Urshifu is a little bit concerning, though. Seeing as I am Terraing first, that's a good sign because either they're Scarf or Shifu not going for Tera, or they're not Scarf or Shifu, and they're also not going for Tera, meaning that as long as I hit my Wild Bolt, I kill it, which both are fine. Both are very fine. Raging Bolt also, if it didn't Tera, has to... Yep, okay, perfect. So Raging Bolt, I was going to say, has to take a Gleam, which that in particular is a scary fun part. So yeah. We're going to deal so much damage to both these Pokemon. Perfect. Raging Bolt is basically dead. Urshifu is dead. That's huge already. Already two of the best mons for Serp. I just realized as well. Hold on. How did my Thundurus outpace my Fluttermane? Do I have the wrong Fluttermane? No, surely I don't have the wrong Fluttermane. There's no world where that Thundurus should have outpaced though. What the fuck? Hold on. That's really weird actually. I might have the wrong Fluttermane. I mean, this one, it says it is Icy Wind. Oh my god, I think I have the wrong Fluttermane. What Fluttermane do I have? Hold on. So this one is Power Gem. This is Specs, though. It's Specs Tera Fairy. 179 speed. Oh, this one's Modest. What? Yeah, everything else... Oh, you know what? I think I know what Fluttermane this is. I think I forgot to trade the Fluttermane. That's interesting. Honestly, though, I'm not mad about it. I think it actually kind of fits the Steam a bit better. I'll just have to reverse engineer it for the slides because I was not thinking about that for the slides. I'll tell you that right now. But that's good to know. So this is a 179 speed set. So we're actually tying Thundurus and Max Speed Torn, which is interesting. It's definitely interesting. But we are Modest as well. I'll need to fix that on the team because our defense is also a lot lower. We're only at 76. We're 4-4. Yeah. Okay, so this is an old one I had for Ogerpon. I'm fine with that, in all honesty. I think it might save me in this match, weirdly enough. And it's already in the rental, so therefore I can't change it. Legally, I cannot change it anymore. So, their Ogerpon is outpacing. That's interesting. How is their Ogerpon outpacing? What the fuck is happening here? What the fuck is happening here? Hold on. So that shouldn't be a... What? Hold on. Genuinely, what the fuck? Because, okay, so no speed control has happened. I'm not -1 speed. My Fluttermane is, again, I'll double check it on screen here just to be sure. 179 speed. Keep that in mind. Ogerpon hits 178 speed. I need to double check to make sure they don't have speed control that I am unaware of because I cannot think of a world, like again, I can't think of a world where my Fluttermane attacked after Ogerpon. That's what's, like, concerning here. No, I am -1 speed. How am I -1 speed? Like, actually, how am I -1 speed? Oh, you know what? Raging Bolt probably went for Electro Web. That's probably what it is. I probably just disregarded the attack. That's why I did so little. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. But you know what? Sure. We're -1 speed. What the heck? All right. We're going to... What's my backline on? Orlando? Okay, yeah. I'm just going to Leaf Storm into the Ogerpon. Leaf Storm and Gleam. They're going to Moonblast. That's fine. They could potentially just boost my special attack with this, so I'm kind of okay with that. And they're going to proc Sitrus too, which is great. They deal 120, which is good to know. I think that means that they just barely kill, but I'm fine with that. We're going to take out their Ogerpon, though, with the Gleam combination, because... Actually, they might kill my... Yeah, they're probably going to kill me. Good to know. Yeah, they're going to kill my Fluttermane. Ooh. That's not great. Yeah, that's really not great. I could have glared into the Fluttermane. In hindsight, I should have glared into the Fluttermane. Okay. So how do I win this one? I'm trying to think of like how I actually win this one, like genuinely speaking. So I think that my play is to go for Earth Power into Ogerpon and protect on Serperior. And my play is hoping that they underpace me. Ogerpon Wellspring are typically not fast. And we know now that they were outpacing us because we were -1 speed, which is important to note. That is very important to note. So, therefore, I might be fine. They're going to Moonblast into Serp. That was to be expected at least. That's good. Is their Ogerpon max speed? Their Ogerpon is not max. Okay, thank fuck. So then we are fine. Did I play this well? Not at all. However, we're kind of cooking. I'm going to go for Leaf Storm. We're going to Leaf Storm and Sludge Bomb. At this point, we've kind of gotten a position where we should be fine. Serp dies, unfortunate. But Lando will not die to just one Moonblast. Lando is too good of a Pokemon. Lando won't die, right? I'm not, like, tweaking here. Ooh, okay. Flutter name. So Lando just took, like, not much damage. Good to note, though, that Earth Power will pick up a kill here. They're definitely not that bulky. They're also... So that if they're specs. So if they're modest specs, they can kill. Well, if they're specs at all, they can kill. It is a roll, though, to be fair. So this is a fuck it, we ball moment. Fuck it, we ball. No specs. No specs. They're not... Okay, they are specs. And that Earth Power drop actually might be the reason we lose this game. No, okay, thank God. It was a roll, probably. But we will take... Actually, no. With how much they took from Sludge Bomb, unless we got, like, really high max rolls, that was actually never a roll. Also, the fact that that killed without a crit, yeah, that was never a roll. Okay. So, we will take that. That is 2-1. That's probably the worst game we've ended a video on in a while. Like, we've had really dog shit losses that I feel like we at least played a lot better than that one. I'm not proud of that endgame. I'm gonna be completely honest. The video as a whole was fine. I'm not proud of how I played that match, though. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it anyway. If you did, like and subscribe. Tomorrow's video is a game against Tero. We've already played it, so therefore tomorrow's video, the battles will be a lot better. We're taking on Tero for the WBG. We're currently 2-3 there. I would love to see your guys' support for the next match because it's a big deal. This will be a big indicator for potential for playoffs because if we lose this one, we basically have to win out. So I'll see you guys for tomorrow. I'll also consider becoming a channel member, though, for just a couple dollars a month to get some nice bonus content. Our current members are Zeke, Mia, Rao Sakura, Obo, Endless Gadgets, Josh K Ultra Player, and Incog M. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Until then, peace out, guys.